EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will not be returned to start the game. The new rule here in effect. Fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. Oh, did the Jets miss this guy? Here's Breece Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
You look at this Cowboy defense. Now they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Rodgers going to shift him around. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. They have pressure coming, and they got it once again. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And the pressure gets to him again. Osa Odighizuwa. The offensive line is in tatters, as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. The Cowboys at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
You talk about this Jets defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said,
he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This will be caught. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Jets. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Play fake. Here's Rush. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. And
his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. He may go. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end. Touchback. At their own 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Prescott. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Hard to imagine a quarterback like this would be available in a trade. I mean, what an impact he's going to have.
And you know exactly why they went out and got him. They want to win and win big, and he provides that opportunity for them.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 31, here comes second and a yard. They run it again with Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Prescott from the gun. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Mozzie Smith brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Osa Odighizuwa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in his first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll put it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there's no space available. An incompletion as a result.
And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. And a moment here to recognize a nice milestone for Dak Prescott. That last throw puts him over 25,000 yards passing for his career. Not too bad for a 4th-round pick. And congratulations to Dak on what has been a solid career thus far. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw it. And that's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
On third down, it's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
First down, Prescott. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Javon Kinlaw busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they have really gotten after him in this first half. He's been on the run throughout. And you can imagine he just might have some words for his linemen come halftime.
2nd and 10.
Throwing is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Got his man. It's Williams. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he'll get this one right up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Steps away. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I tell you, he's been running for his life all game long. They've sacked him time after time. And here he's again forced to beat the retreat. And he's got to throw this ball away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Give to Hall running right.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
They'll run with Hall.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Rodgers. Escaping the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. It'll be a big loss on the play there. An absolute disaster, really.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but still well short here with 4th and goal looming.
So Rodgers will depart and on his Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
In motion right, one of the tight ends. A give, running right is Hall. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A bold play call there on 3rd down, and they almost picked it up.
They almost got there, as you just noted. Brings up 4th and inches. And you know what I'm a big advocate of if you're going to go for it here, and I think that they should? Quarterback sneak. Pick up the 1st down, get a fresh set, and then go for the end zone.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Play action now, Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Open net is Waddle, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Their own 36-yard line.
Ridiculous. Take him out.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This is 2nd and 8. On the draw, it's Hall. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Nick Bawden, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Jets 27, Cowboys 7.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Prescott on 1st down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 11-yard line.
And again, it's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Prescott now. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Cook will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jets have got it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Rodgers throwing here. Shakes off the sag. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On play action, it's Rodgers. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 13. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team. But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
That's good for a Cowboy.
Now Dak. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Rodgers to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Rodgers. That's Samuel, caught left side. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
And deciding to run a hitch route to really help tell the guy can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is 1st and 10. To throw, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Now Rodgers. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
And that's caught. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for the Jets, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.